Good morning, Vietnam. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. The time has come. Canelo, Golovkin, the horrible trilogy that it was. Yeah, I'm about to cook on this. I waited a while, gathered all my thoughts. Hey, y'all got to get the likes up. I know you two want to play games, but I'm not here for the games. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Boop, boop. I'm going to give y'all a second to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I got a lot to say. Canelo want to play. I got a lot to say. Kevin, in effect, what's up? Who's in here? Carlos Lopez Ramos, channel member, what's up? Sura, channel member, what's up? Daquandre, that's my dude. Tank, the Sweet Science Examiner, channel member, what's up? What's good with y'all? Shout out to my boy Rudy. Shout out to Marquise Black. He was the first person in the chat. He said, I'm here first from the past. Smash the like button. I said, what's up to Diacona? I see you. Man, we about to bend this Kona on Canelo. Clint Eastwood. Hey, Rudy said, I fell asleep in round one. Bro, the fight was trash. See, this is why I'm going to have so much longevity in this game, because I say what people aren't willing to say. Everybody wants to prop up Canelo. Nobody wants to say what's really going on. And I say the stuff that you guys all know to be true. You just either don't want to admit it. I don't know. You know, I can't really speak on what other people do. But I know everything contained in this live stream that I'm saying is true. You know it's true. Again, I'll be Tom Hanks in Castaway. Just put me on an island by myself. I'm saying the stuff that nobody else wants to say. And I'm good with that. You're not going to knock me off my pivot. I'm good with that. The fight was trash. I'm not going to beat around the bush. See, y'all never dealt with something like this. Boxing has never seen anything quite like Boxingego. Ever. I'm a 101. I'm telling you what it is. I'm not beating around the bush. I'm giving you the actual factuals. Shout out to Rashid Weeks for subscribing. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that right there. You see it? You see it on your screen right there. Hit that subscribe button. Marvin, what's up? Bro, Canelo versus Golovkin 3 was trash, bro. It was horrible. Canelo says all this stuff about Demetrius Andrade, you're a horrible fighter. You just fought a 40-year-old man who hasn't even been looking good prior to, let's be real. And you start getting tired with him. You were dictating the whole pace. Bro, we gonna cook. We gonna cook. I'm gonna cook on this one. We gonna cook on this. So So just buckle up. Everybody enjoy the show. I got so much to say. The games will begin shortly. Like Canelo, he's not qualified anymore to have these harsh statements on Jamal Charlo, to have these harsh statements on David Benavidez, to have these harsh outlooks and statements on Demetrius Andrade. Bro, Canelo is not special. You get treated like any other fighter. I don't care that you have red hair. I don't care that you have freckles. I don't care if you're a good fighter. All man is created equal. All woman is created equal. You gonna face the same set of rules that I give every other fighter. You gonna get the same respect and the same, praise and criticism that I give any other fighter. If you're doing right and you're doing right for the sport, then you'll get a lot of praise from me. If you're doing bad for my sport of boxing, then you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it. I promise you. Shout out to Strata. They gonna hear it. I'm gonna make y'all feel this. Bro, I'm not even being fun. See, I want to get started, but I got to wait. Y'all got to get the likes up. The sooner y'all do that, the sooner I get primed to go. We got to be over 100. Let's go. Let's work. I know I don't care what games YouTube is playing. Just chat in the comment section. Leave me a comment until we get over 100. I need 100 to show. I need 100 to show. Because YouTube, they keep playing games with me on these live streams, but we not at that. We not playing the game. I'm not playing. I'm gonna break the algorithm, I promise you. So just let's keep chatting, warming up the mic until we get there. I need 100 to show. My time is money, man. Shout out to my boy 76 Mark Strata. I see you. Surah, he told you, smash the like button. You gotta do it. I don't care about none of these haters. I don't care about they not doing nothing. They not saying nothing. They not better than me. They not nicer than me. Listen, everybody want to critique boxing ego. Oh, ego, why you do this? You do what I'm doing then. That's it. Don't say nothing. You go do it. Go build you an empire. You can talk about boxing however you want to talk about it. Right here, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do it my way. I'm Frank Sinatra. I'm Usher. I'm going to do it my way. Shout out to 76 Mark. The Canelo fight, I mean, it's a bad look for so many ways, and I'm going to I'll break it down in this video. Again, I say the stuff y'all scared to say. I'm the Bernie Mac of boxing. I ain't scared of you, mother. I hate your black skin. I hate black pepper. I hate my gums because they black. Bro, I guess I'm Bernie Mac. Where the cookies at? Yeah, I'm the kings of comedy. Because y'all go get this work. I say what you scared, you some of my, like I'm saying all the stuff you know to be true. I don't care about because we going to probably get a couple chupapi muñeños. They going to try to protect their Lord and Savior. But I promise you, by the end of this stream, one thing they won't do is prove me wrong with facts. That's what they won't do. They can say, oh, ego, shut up. Oh, your channel sucks. Or this used to be a good channel. All that stuff you could say to discourage a weaker minded person than me. That's what they're going to say. That's cool. But one thing they won't say is you lying and I can prove it. Shout out to Maurice Tips. Let's go. Listen, 6 more likes and we get it running. We need 6 likes from you beautiful people at home. If you can hear my voice and you have not hit the like button or subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. I need 100 to show. This is not a game for me. This is my livelihood, and y'all not taking that from me. I don't care what YouTube is talking about. They can't stop me. I'm the unstoppable, the inconquerable. I get over any obstacle, even if it seems impossible. Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. All right, 100 to show. Let's get it. We hit that first goal, level 1. Before I get started, city, state, zip. Let's do the Boxingego roll call. Let me know where you are from. I'm representing California. Just put your city, state, zip, area code in the comment section, and then we'll get started, and I'll cook Canelo up. How y'all like Canelo cooked? Rare, medium rare? Y'all want Canelo medium well? You want it well done? I'm going to cook Canelo how y'all want me to cook him. I'm going to barbecue this man because he's playing games on my time, and this is my sport. Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. 252 North Carolina, Chicago, Garfield Park Boxing, Tennessee. Nider says he wants Canelo burnt. Lay low. You better lay low. Shout out to lay low. He said Canelo's done. Shout out to VA, Virginia, Alabama, Mobile, 251. St. Louis. Shout out to St. Louis. Who else? Seattle, 206. 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Let's get it. Portland, Oregon, 503. Shout out to Jalisco, Mexico, in the building. 619, San Diego, 313. Shout out to the 313. Let's go. Bro, let me know how y'all want Canelo cooked. I'm going to cook him how y'all. I'm going to do like Salt Bay. I'm going to get it how you want it. Long Beach in the house. LBC. Shout out to VA. East Diego. 619. New York, New York. Ohio. I told you we everywhere. How y'all want Canelo cooked, bro? My boy said, JJ said, well done. And when I'm finished with the stream, y'all gonna be like, well done. All right, let's work. Camden, what's up? My man said burnt. I'm going to burn him. They said Canelo with a side of hot sauce. Like and one. I'm gonna slide and hit you with a side of hot sauce like and one. Let's go. Like, let me put Canelo on the grill real quick. Okay. For starters, Canelo versus Golovkin 3 was trash. The whole card was trash. The most exciting moment was Mark Castro. He's probably like, that's my dude. He like 8-0, 9-0, and he had a crazy knockout. That's the most action on the whole card because he blazed some dude. So congrats to Castro. Rest of the card, I don't know about it. Even the co-main event, y'all had a lot of praise for Bam Rodriguez, and you know he has talent, but he also looked vulnerable. And I wasn't feeling the Kenny Bayless blown calls and stuff like that. Now, the reason y'all clicked is the main event. And let me cook Canelo. That's what y'all want to see. Where do I begin? So, Canelo calls himself the face of boxing. And of course, whatever Canelo does, his fans tend to go along with it. You cannot tell me this man is the face of boxing putting on these lackluster events. They want Canelo Alvarez to be the Mexican Mayweather so bad. And guess what? He's not that. He is not. He'll never be Floyd, because this is how I know Canelo will never be the Mexican Mayweather that they want him to be. 1, he's not as skilled. 2, he's no longer undefeated. 3, he doesn't have the spark and the charisma of the showmanship side of things. And 4, Floyd whooped him. 5, I'm giving you top 5 dead or alive. The 5 reasons Canelo. Because he's 33 or whatever age he is, and he hasn't become him yet. You see what I'm saying? He hasn't surpassed him yet. So if you haven't done that by now, then it's likely not going to happen. Because guess what? Right about this age in boxing, you like De La Hoya, he retired. He was probably like 35, 37. You know, you guys can fact check me. But the Pacquiao fight, it's my you know, he fought Pacquiao. That was his last fight. And if you look up the date, he had De La Hoya got a beast of a resume. Let's not forget that. He's a gold medalist. I want to fight Oscar. I believe, You know, he fought Pacquiao and got whooped. That was his final fight. So he retired about 35, 37, if memory serves correctly. Canelo is 33, and he's not done the same things, bro. You're not putting up. Oscar was really the golden boy for real. Manny Pacquiao had his run. He was really doing million homes and stuff. Canelo is regressing. He's not. Listen, in life, you're supposed to be progressing. You're supposed to be progressive. Canelo is regressing. He regressing. So, no, it's not going to work. Floyd Mayweather, bro, he was already setting record. Like the De La Hoya, I don't know. He probably was 20. How old was Floyd when he fought De La Hoya? How old was he? 27, 29, 30, maybe? and it was up. It was the Money Mayweather show for the next decade plus. He was 30. See, I knew I was somewhere in there. Floyd was 30 and he beat De La Hoya, and then it was like full steam ahead, 24/7. That Floyd created 24/7. That was Floyd. De La Hoya is one of the greatest sports docuseries ever. Floyd, he killed that. He was like, Oscar, he a chick, bro. He pulled out a chicken. The man went to Floyd pulled out a chicken at the press conference. You know, he pulled out a chicken. Oscar was tight. Canelo don't have that. He don't have the panache. He don't have the pizzazz. He boring. He wanted like blow kisses to his daughter and coloring books. Listen, I don't do personals. He's a good dad. You love your family. That's great. But that also doesn't sell. Blowing kisses to your daughter and like, you know, you want to do coloring books and wear pajamas. That stuff is for the sake of showmanship is bland. It's bland. Like nobody wants to see a grown man pull up with designer, you know, $2,000 jammy jams like he in House Party 2. We don't, that's not like, and Canelo's fans are so weak. They are so weak that they continue to stroke his ego to the point where his head is apparently mega mind. He's apparently on another level egotistically because the fans, the Chupapi Muñeños, they done stroked this man's ego so crazy that he think he can go, bro. How can you tell me that he's a hungry fighter? Listen, I'm breaking him down. I'm breaking Canelo down like a chop shop. I hit him like DeMarcus Corley. That's chop chop. Oh my gosh, man. Listen, I said I'm breaking him down like a chop shop. Hit him like DeMarcus Corley. That's chop chop. Man, y'all better stop playing with me. That's a bar. How can you tell me he's fully vested and dedicated with these following things that I'm about to say? Chop Chop has some skill. He gave Cotto a tough fight. People sleep on that. He gave Floyd a tough fight. That was Floyd's first fight. See, I know my boxing. That was Floyd's first fight at that weight class. Y'all don't know. I'm the man in boxing. I'm boxing's encyclopedia. These young boys can't beat me. They still don't know more than me. They still don't make more than me. Okay. I said, everybody in boxing is avoiding me. They still don't make more than me. They still avoiding me. Oh my gosh, that's a bar. Let's get it. Let me cook. Get the likes up. Y'all gonna cook for the sermon. Y'all gonna cook as I baptize y'all with the sermon. Get my likes up. I don't care what y'all doing. Like, salute. That's the only way I'm doing streams for you. Y'all better get to work. If I'm working like this, y'all working like this. I promise you. Otherwise, I'm out. I'll do a regular video, get paid that way, and people will click on it. I'm about to cook Canelo, bro. I'm going to break him down. I'm going to break the redhead down. So, I'm saying the stuff y'all know to be true. Listen, one thing that I think I do exceptionally well, not just in boxing, but in life. I don't like rules. I'm going to tell you straight like that. I'm an Aries. My big mouth. I can't help it. I speak from the heart. I'm real, like Tupac said. I don't really so much like rules. So with that being said, if there's a rule in place and the rule has just been sitting there, we have to re-examine and reevaluate that rule to see if it still reigns supreme. Is this rule still a rule? Is this still a thing? I think that's one of the things that's given me longevity in the sport of boxing that's ever changing, right? You see YouTubers fighting and stuff. When I first started boxing, none of that was going on. There weren't YouTube boxing fights. Nobody was doing boxing podcasts like that. They weren't a bunch of million people doing YouTube videos trying to do what I do, you know, cover the boxing news. All that is an evolution, and I started a lot of that. I'm a pioneer of this game. So anyway, I said that to say this. You have to evolve or you become extinct. So I'm not big on rules in general, and rules, if a rule or a thought or ideology shout out to Jesus, is out there, I'm going to re-examine and reevaluate it over time to determine if that still makes sense. In the case of Canelo, Pave Alvarez, we have to start reevaluating these stigmas about Canelo to see if they still even make sense. Calling this man the face of boxing in 2022, does that make sense? Where is his pay-per-view numbers? They lied. DAZN lied. They said pay-per-view was dead. Now they want to charge some bread. So that right there is a L. You lied. You said pay-per-view is dead. And you said you wasn't messing with pay-per-view, and you was gonna put people out of business like Showtime and PBC and Top Rank, people that were open to the idea of pay-per-view, and now you succumb. You succumb to the pay-per-view model because you don't know what you're doing in America, and I'm the best in the game, and I told you. So that's already a walking contradiction. The fact that you even charging us for these weak Canelo fights. 2, you're charging $85. Where are the numbers at? DAZN is a LTD company, right? The way it works is this. Unlike like Showtime, Fox, they don't have all the numbers because everything is not proprietary, right? Showtime and Fox, they have distribution deals with like Dish or Satellite or DirectTV, cable, payperview.com, whatever, right? So they have to wait for tallies that are outside of, like, yeah, Showtime can probably look at Showtime Anytime numbers, but they also have to see what numbers were submitted through Sony, Xbox, PlayStation 4, DirectTV, because those aren't affiliate companies. They're not under the same umbrella. So regular pay-per-views, they take a little bit longer to come back with the financials and the numbers. But DAZN is an app. So for the most part, they have prompt access to how many people ordered that fight. It's 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, and I ain't heard no Canelo numbers. And again, they should at least have the bulk of Canelo's numbers to have a running tally, an idea of where that pay-per-view did. And I ain't heard nothing. But remember when Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor fought, they was quick to put out a graphic and said, oh, this fight was the most watched women's fight in history and all that. But Canelo's supposed to be the face of boxing. Where his numbers at? Where have they been? Every fight on DAZN. When he fought Caleb Plant, we knew he did 800K. We knew what his live gate was. We knew it was a success. We knew Showtime did a better job promoting it with the all accesses and the epilogues. Where's the Canelo all access and epilogues? Where's the Canelo viewership? How many tickets did you comp? Those types of things. So if we're going to say he's the face of boxing, like based on what? What he's done in the past or right now? Furthermore, how's this man the face of boxing? You're not even putting on fights that people are celebrating. Asante, what's up? People don't seem genuinely thrilled with the outcome. The crowd itself, which was a pro Canelo crowd, they booed multiple times throughout the Triple G3 fight. These are all facts. Say what you will, but these are facts. So again, you know how the saying goes, heavy is the head that holds the crown. You want that crown. You want to be number one pound for pound. You want to be the cash cow, and you want to be Mr. A-side, and you want to be the face of boxing. Heavy is the head that holds the crown. So you got to lay it down, and that comes with something. That comes with responsibility. You can't be the commander in chief. You can't be the United States of America, the president of the USA. You can't be the Pope. You can't be the prime minister. You can't be the cult leader and expect as a leader you have no responsibilities. The Canelo Chupapi Muñeños are perhaps some of the weakest fans because they allow Canelo to just say and do anything in the sport of boxing. They say Canelo's the face of boxing, but you're not living up to that in terms of your events. They say Canelo's pound for pound number one. You cannot in 2022, as of me stating, like doing this video, as of me stating and doing this video, you cannot look throughout boxing and look at Canelo damn Alvarez and say to yourself, that is the most skilled guy in all of boxing. It is impossible. I don't care if you have red hair. I don't care if you're from Mexico. I don't care if you have freckles. I don't care if your last name is Alvarez. I don't care if you have posters of him all through your wall. There is no way a reasonable person, like just like in the court, you can plead insanity, but that works for very few people because a lot of people killed somebody and then they pled insanity, but they're not really insane. You knew what you was doing. You don't really have like a mental disorder where you were the absence of knowing right and wrong, right? So the Canelo fans, they want to plead insanity, but they're not insane. You cannot look at Canelo Alvarez in the here and now after watching all of his last recent fights, plus given who he's fighting. And then if you pay attention and you're an astute learner, look at Shakur Stevenson. Look at Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Look at who else is Inoue, Usyk, whoever, right? You cannot look at all these guys and tell me with a straight face that Canelo's skill set reigns supreme amongst the boxing. You cannot tell me that. So all this, number one, and he failed a drug test. Let's not forget. So you failed a drug test. You're not fighting who the people want you to fight. You're gonna be stripped of all of this recognition because that is not fair and it doesn't work like that. And the funny thing is, a lot of the racist Canelo fans are so eager to call black fighters, Cuban fighters, runners, marathon runners, boring guys, boring fights, boring fighters. Devin Haney's boring. Shakur's boring. Why can't they get a stoppage? Why can't Canelo stop a 40-year-old man? That was boring. But you don't hear that from the racist Canelo fans. The racist Canelo fans, they don't have any complaints. They know the fight with Triple G was trash. It was past its expiration date, as I stated beforehand. And then they want to play dumb and call black and Cuban fighters primarily boring. But again, the face of boxing, number one pound for pound, let them tell it, has no standard. Devin Haney, he's boring because he won a fight with the jab. Canelo, he's not boring, and his fight was actually boring and getting booed. And again, heavy is the head that holds the crown. Devin Haney, he got whatever power he got. Canelo, he fighting guys like He-Man, and he's trying to like take your head off. So I expect more from you because you're supposed to be a big puncher. Like if a guy don't have the pop that he don't have it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got to get it done another way. Or if a guy like Mayweather's fighting bigger guys, you're not going to stop everybody. Canelo Alvarez and Triple G weighed about the same thing, given a couple ounces, and you had 24 rounds to figure this man out, and he's 40, and he looked horrible, and you're not looking really that spicy against him. For real. Because to the point where Lomachenko did an interview. Oh, I'm cooking this man. Get my likes up. I'm cooking this man. I'm going to cook this boy. I'm going to give it to you how you want. I'm cooking him. Y'all going to run me my likes. You going to run me my money. You going to run me my likes for this baptism. The game don't wait. I'll wait until y'all get the likes up. We're going to keep taking breaks like this as one big family until you run me my likes. Shout out to Kenya B. What's up? Yeah, we just gonna wait all day then, because I'm not finna play these YouTube. I know YouTube is playing games with me, so I'm just gonna be waiting. We gonna be waiting, and then you can click off, do whatever you want to do, but we gonna wait until you get them likes up. I got quotas. I got goals. I got visions. I don't care. Nothing standing in the way. Nothing. I promise you that. Nothing is going to stand in my way. Yeah, shout out to Kenya Beach, you know. Ego, I said medium well, but you burning him. Oh well, he gotta get well done today. I'm gonna put Canelo. We turn the flame up. JJ had a very good comment in there. JJ said Canelo looked flat-footed, tired, and slow at age 32, so it's all downhill from here. Facts. Shout out to Alfonso. Facts. My man said Canelo's one-dimensional unless he fighting a punching bag with eyes. Like, hey, go look. Hey, you didn't have to do it like that. That man said a punching bag with eyes. Shout out to Kenichi Bear. Bro, shout out to Kenichi Bear, and I'm going to hit these Canelo Man fans with the Kenichi Wa. Bro, I'm going to body y'all. Goodbye. You're getting bodied. So let's keep cooking. Let's keep working. Subscribe, hit the like button. Let's go. You cannot educatedly tell me that Canelo is the most skilled, best number one. Like Terrence Crawford, everybody he's fighting, he's like destroying them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody he's fighting, every welterweight, he knocked them out. You know what I'm saying? And you could say, oh, he hasn't fought all the top welterweights or whatever, but he's fighting everybody and destroying them. Canelo's fighting Caleb Smith and he not destroying, he like beating him, but he not destroying him, like stopping him like Terrence Crawford is doing it. So there's different levels. Like the thing is, the Canelo fans are so delusional. I gotta put them back in a place. There are a lot of top talents outside of Canelo that if you put someone in there that's not supposed to be in there with them, they are getting cooked. And it's going to look savage. Like if you fight David Benavidez and you're not really equipped or qualified to be in there with them, it's going to get ugly real quick. Sam Cassell. If you fight Jaron Boots Ennis and you're not really supposed to be in there with him, like meaning like you're not at that level, it's going to get real ugly real quick. Same thing with NOA. If you fight an NOA and you're not at that level and experience and elite, whatever, you're going to get cooked. So there's guys, if you get in there with Gervonta Tank Davis and you're not supposed to be in there, you getting cooked. If you get in there with Wilder and you're not supposed to be in there, you're going to get cooked. But you got Canelo, he got people who have nowhere near the experience of him, and he has no stoppage to late stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Like even Caleb Plant, like some people question Caleb Plant's power and experience level, you know, just because Caleb Plant had like 20 fights. It took Canelo maybe 11 rounds to get him out of there. Or whatever, 10, 11 rounds. Caleb Smith went 12 rounds and was doing nothing. It was like throwing very little offense and doing the same move over and over. Triple G looked like he had very little to offer in that third fight, and you're going 12 rounds with him. You can't tell me this is the most skilled guy. Because imagine if Terrence Crawford fought a 40-year-old dude who had been looking, like his last 3 fights, he'd been looking horrible, and he had lots of inactivity, and his hair was falling out and all this other stuff. And then Terrence Crawford fought him at age 40. That guy will die, bro. Whoever that guy is, let's say some boxer named Ernest. Ernest will die. Ernest be dead. Ernest scared stupid. He will die. Ernest will die in there. If you fight Crawford at age 40 and you're regressing and your hair's falling out and you look slow as hell, you're going to die, bro. If you fight Errol Spence, let's say the same guy Ernest, and you're 40 years old and you look slow as molasses and you have inactivity and you almost got stopped in some of your recent fights and you have all this wear and tear on your body and you fight Errol Spence and he 33, you're going to die. You'll die in that ring. And I'm not even being funny. If you're not skilled like Luis Ortiz, you're just some 40-year-old. And you don't even look like body-wise, you don't look like you even trained. You look tubby. You've been inactive. You've been through too many wars. And you fight Wilder, you're going to die. You gonna die, bro. Fight Wilder and die. That's your option. Remember Mekhi Phifer on Higher Learning after Remy shot Tyra Banks and he was choking him? Bro, that was some good acting from Omar Epps. He was like, I'm gonna kill you. You gonna die. Y'all don't remember? Bro, y'all don't remember all that rest in peace of John Singleton. Bro, Omar Epps killed that scene. When Remy killed Tyra Banks and he ran and found him and snuffed him, he was like, I'm gonna kill you. They was choking him. You gonna die. Bro, that was a good scene, bro. Shout out to Omar Epps, bro. That got me hyped. He was choking him out of Remy. He snuffed him. He snuffed him in the stairwell. I'm gonna kill you. You gonna die. Bro, he said you gonna die. Fight Wilder. You go. Bro, fight Wilder and is Omar Epps in that scene. If you're not supposed to be in there, Wilder, I'm gonna kill you. You gonna die. You gonna die fighting Wilder. Just like Remy was dying, getting choked to death. You fight Wilder and die. And Wilder want a body on his resume anyway, so you gonna double die. Shout to Hat Rack, I seen you. He said, keep cooking the turd. Man, I'm going to boil this turd. I'm going to broil this turd. I'm going to take him out the oven and souffle this turd. We gonna double cook. You ever have like a double stuffed like baked potato? Like, what's it, twice baked potato? That's what it's called? Twice baked? I'm going to twice bake Canelo. I'm going to make the mashed potatoes and then you get you see what I'm saying? You get the potato skin and you put the you put the mashed potatoes in the potato and you put the mashed potatoes in the potato with the cheese and the sour cream. Bro, I'm going to double bake or whatever that's called. I'm going to double bake him. I'm Kevin Bacon. You going to see these 6 degrees of separation. How y'all like y'all bacon? Crispy? He gonna be some crispy bacon. So anyway, bro, the fact that Triple G looked as bad as he did, Canelo went 12 rounds with him and there was like no highlight reels. I promise you, I'm an editor. I'm a video editor. What round? Tell me what round. Because round 9 was probably the best round and it was mid as hell. It was mid. Yeah, that twice baked potato hit. Bro, round 9 probably had the very best. Shout out to Nothing But Sexy for subscribing, whoever that is. We got OnlyFans people subscribing. Let's go. Let's go. Bro, Triple G looked like Moses. He looked like the 10 Commandments. He looked like he built Noah's Ark. He helped Noah build the Ark. He looked old in a muff. Bro, listen. He looked like Spartacus. He looked like Maxim Decimus Meridius. He looked like old, bro. Like he from a different, like 18th century. Bro, he looked old, like, hear ye. He looked like he say, hear ye. That's how old he looked. Bro, you know, because back in the day, that's how they used to get the meeting started. Hear ye, 4 scores. Bro, he looked like the Gettysburg Address. He looked like he helped write the Constitution. He looked like he went to high school with Frederick Douglass. He looked like he sold some peanuts to George Washington Carver. The man looked old. Hear ye. He looked old. He looked like he watched David versus Goliath in IMAX. He was in the front row. Bro, he looked old as he looked old. Bro, he didn't tell me he didn't look old. He looked so old. His prom song was, I see trees, I'm smiling. Red roses too. Bro, He looked so old. They played that at his prom. I see scars and I say to myself, what a wonderful. Bro, they was playing Louis Armstrong at his prom. He looked old. That's all I'm saying. I see Triple G losing. This bucket sucks. Fight was supposed to be good. It sucks so very nuts. Bro, what happened to Power? 21 knockout two. This fucking blows. Need a refund too. And I say, bro, that fight was so horrible. I should sue Canelo. Give me $85 now. Yeah, that fight is sponsored by Life Alert, bro. Get him out of here, bro. Bro, Triple G look old. Like he kicking with Blanche and the Golden Girls. I ain't lying. Red Rose the two. Canelo can't stop this nigga. Bro, Canelo couldn't stop him. Bro, you couldn't even stop. Bro, not even could you not stop him. You couldn't hurt him. Triple G, even though he lost, he was talking a little talk at the end. He was like, no. I feel good. Bro, he said, I feel good. My face is clean. Bro, he was talking a little talk at the end. Bro, that fight stuck. Kamal Oz. Canelo fought yet another old man, King Charles. Big facts. Bro, Triple G was talking trash after losing because he knew he didn't get beat up. Like, he lost for sure. But he was like, bro, he was on the phone with somebody. He was making sure to check. Bro, watch the fight. He was like, oh, yeah, hey, robbed these niggas, got the money. Bro, I promise you, I seen Triple G on the phone in the ring, not at the post-fight press conference, in the ring. Bro, he was in the ring on the phone smiling after that sparring session because he knew he had robbed DAZN and he was talking to somebody. He was like, yeah, man, I got 20 mil off the sparring. Nah. Bro, he was hype. He was hype because he knew he got 20 million for throwing jabs. How many pay-per-view buys are you expecting? I ain't expecting nothing. Bro, I promise Triple G, go watch the tape. He on the phone. Yeah, Bank of America. Yeah, put the 20 mil in the jacket, the Savage jacket. Bro, I promise he was on the phone with Bank of America. He was on the phone with B of A. Yeah, move it 20 mil to the jacket and the Savage. It was the jacket. Then put it in the Savage, robbed his niggas. I robbed his niggas, black style nigga style guys got the money. Bro, he got the money and what y'all talking about? That was so horrible. He was hype. He was like, yeah, put the 20 mil in the Savage. Move from the jacket, put the Savage. No cash advance in the Savage, bro. He was on the phone with Bank of America or whatever credit union he with. Yeah, chess. Yeah, open the chess account. Got the chess. Just lost his neck again. Bro, he said, I lost again. Give me my 20 mil. Thanks, DAZN. Nigga beat me, but I'm 20 mil richer. I'm richer like Pride, guys. Guys, I got the money. Bro, he was hype. He taking that money, bro. He gonna have a brothel in Kazakhstan. Yeah, get the house, call all the house, get the brothel. Bro, this man finna have a whorehouse. There's some whores in this out. There's some whores in this out. There's some whores in this out. There's some whores in it. Bro, he finna have the Kazakhstan brothel. The Kazakhstan. Bro, he finna get it cracking. He finna open the OnlyFans, guys. Max, open up the OnlyFans, bust it wide open. Bro, he got him busting it wide open. Stop playing. They finna be playing Lil Wayne's Lollipop at the strip club. Yes, welcome to the Players Club, guys. He finna open the Players Club. What y'all talking about, cuz? He finna, the Kazakhstan Players Club. He finna have Diamond. And Diamond, I spent a lot of money with you. Remember Myron? He followed her home. He followed Diamond home and chased her up her stairs. He said, hey, Diamond, wait. Spent a lot of money with you. Bro, that's how some of you dudes are. Y'all be creeps. Leave these scrippers alone. Bro, y'all remember Myron? He met the stripper at her house and chased her. She was like, Myron, is that you? He's like, hey, Diamond, spend a lot of money with you. Like, well, you a creep. You TLC creep. Shout out to Hat Rack. Watch Canelo's scary ass strip for the 2 belts next year. Bro, the WBC stand for We Back Canelo. I have no faith. Kamal Oz, was Bum Lovekin one of the kings of comedy? I don't know. That fight was the kings of comedy because all I could do was laugh at it. That was horrible. Bro, this man finna start the Kazakhstan brothel and OnlyFans page with that 20 mil. Bro, the WBC, they finna kiss Canelo's butthole and just act like he can do whatever. Oh, Canelo needs a year off because he lied and said his hand hurt, so we will have a meeting, bro. Yeah, you're gonna have a meeting. Bro, Canelo can do anything. He could say he constipated, got hemorrhoids, and the WBC was like, oh, Canelo, he doesn't have to fight David Benavidez. We like David, but we don't want Canelo to get whooped, and he's constipated. So we must give Canelo the respect and time to not fight Benavidez. Yeah, whatever. The Canelo hater that feeds his mouth clown. Yeah, block him. Dr. Aztec. Okay. Block him. Bro, Canelo about to be all the way out the way. So who gonna feed me there? Bro, the Canelo fans are so stupid. They say Canelo pays my bills. Bro, he's about to be all the way out the way. Nobody, after another travesty of a fight, you know, this is like almost like two losses in a row. You know, because he already lost to Beevil. So he finna be out the way. How's he going? Like, he pays your bills. Who's going to pay my bills now? Because nobody's really tripping off Canelo. But he's playing too many games. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Bro, so the fight was trash. You couldn't hurt him. You couldn't stop him. You convincingly beat him. I'll give him that. But I think a lot of realistic spectators, if we're being realistic, you have to wonder, yes, you beat him with no controversy, but how much of that was how piss poor Triple G looked? Because you're not finna play me. That's one thing nobody in boxing is finna do. I was at Canelo Triple G 1 live, and I watched Triple G 2. We have 24 rounds to gauge how two people should look in the ring together, right? 24 rounds in 2 fights. This fight was by far the worst of the trilogy, and it looked nothing like the first 2. So I think it is safe to assume that there was things that happened and particulars that caused this fight to coincidentally be the worst. 1, you waited and aged Triple G out. 2, Triple G had been looking bad, like I've told you. 3, this wasn't at the weight class that you previously fought him at 160. And it was a weight class he had no experience. So on top of not being an experienced 168er, on top of him being 40, going to be 41 next year, on top of him having inactivity, on top of him not looking good versus Murata, getting touched up by Steve Rolls and punched too much, taking a long time to beat Sesmeta, like several rounds, where guys like that, guys that were better than Meta, Triple G was knocking them out earlier. So it just showed you a regression. And he lost to Derevchenko. So Canelo, this is what happens when you play the stupid Canelo game. You play all these games and try to play God. That's what I call it. And like manipulate the board instead of just doing what's right. And it backfires. It backfires on you. Y'all got to get my likes up. It backfires on you because at the very least, I think the expectation was for Canelo to cook Triple G or at least beat him looking like that, the way he looked, beat him even more severely, like to the point where his face looked more tattered. You drop him maybe you can stop him. Maybe there's some moments where even if you don't drop or stop him, he looked more hurt. Bro, Derevchenko did better than Canelo in the third fight with no advantages after getting knocked down by Triple G. Bro, is that accurate? Is that cap or fact? Sergey Derevchenko versus Triple G a few years ago. Derevchenko, despite getting dropped in that fight, had a better effort where he made Triple G look worse and more vulnerable than Canelo versus Triple G 3. Is that accurate? My boy 76 channel member, 76 Mark, says, I don't remember any memorable punches, honestly. Is that cap or fact, though? That's a good one, Mark. Bro, Sergey it looked like he was finna stop Triple G. And Triple G was like, oh, guys, you know what I mean? See, my man just said it right there. And Triple G and Derevchenko was fighting a 12-round fight. Canelo was dominating Triple G in the first 6 rounds or so. And then somehow he looked dummy tired in the second half. And he was even getting hurt in the 9th round. And the 12th round looked sloppy. Bro, listen, I'm going to say it. The Canelo, I'm going to say it. Canelo does not do a good job of putting the drug PED stuff to rest. I'm going to say it like that. Straight up like that. Boxingego said it. Ego. Please print this. Canelo, like, if you want people to believe that the clenbuterol was an accident, your performances are doing a horrible job of erasing that memory. Because this man get tired in every fight. And then he'll fight somebody and then he don't get tired at all. And it's like, bro, that don't look right. I'm just being real. I'm saying what y'all afraid to say because y'all some cowards. A lot of y'all cowards in boxing. And yeah, I'm talking all the cowards in boxing. I'm going to just be real and I'm going to say it, bro. That doesn't look right. Like, he threw a million punches at Caleb Smith and infinite stamina and endless amounts. But then you fight Triple G3, you fight Jacobs, and you look tired as hell in the second half of the fight after looking spicy in the first 5-6 rounds. Who has more inconsistent cardio than Canelo Alvarez? Please let me know. Because how come you're fighting names we know, like Triple G and Jacobs, as I just mentioned, and even when he fought Chavez, he got tired in that fight too. So you're fighting major marquee names and you're looking tired in the back half of the fight, which is what happened earlier in his career. Like Shane Mosley, like Floyd was dogging him. You know what I'm saying? He looked tired. When he fought Angulo, he was looking tired in some of them later rounds. Shane Mosley, all them fights, right? But then Canelo, when he fights like more obscure fights and names, his stamina looked better. But the bigger names where it's like more on the line and it's like a magnifying glass on a bigger fight, then his stamina against name guys look trash. That looks shaky at best, especially for a guy that failed a drug test. That definitely looks shaky. I'm not even being funny. It looks shaky, bro. Because there ain't nobody in boxing. What are you doing in training camp that's so different from fight to fight on a fight to fight basis where, like Errol Spence, he always has good cardio. Training in the Texas Heat, his cardio looks consistent. He got a little bit tired in the Danny Garcia fight, but he was also coming off a car wreck. So maybe he didn't get to put in as much road work. So I'll be like, okay. But then look at Ugas. He was throwing a gang of punches. His cardio was up. Errol Spence consistently has cardio. Sean Porter, you don't beat Errol Spence and you don't beat Sean Porter, the one that showed up with Errol, and drop him in the fight without having cardio, because Sean Porter was bringing a great fight. So Errol Spence's cardio has looked very, very consistent. Like I said, the only time I can even really remember him getting kind of tired was in the first fight back from the wreck against Danny Garcia. He did look kind of tired. Canelo's getting tired in every marquee fight that goes 12 rounds. Everyone with the name guy. Chavez Jr., Jacobs, Triple G3, Triple G1 and 2. So that looks highly questionable to me, bro. Like, how come Shakur Stevenson look like he shows up for a 12-round fight? How come Floyd Mayweather look like he can go 15 rounds? Floyd, he like one of the only fighters in the last 10 years that would easily be able to do 15 rounders. Canelo be getting tired in the second half of the fight. I don't know. It just looks weird to me, bro. Because, like, here's the other thing that I know from boxing. When you are controlling the pace, usually you're not as tired because you're working at the pace you have elected. You see what I'm saying? Bro, like, okay, imagine if you're going to college and you chose these classes and you wanted certain teachers and you got all the teachers and classes that you wanted. You're not going to be mad at your schedule because you picked the schedule. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? If you were picking college classes and you wanted certain teachers and certain things, and every single class that you wanted and every teacher you wanted, you got those classes, why would you be mad at the classes and teachers you picked? That doesn't make sense. So the same rule kind of applies in boxing. Usually you're going to be a bit less tired when you're fighting at the pace that you decided. What tires guys out is when you fight Errol Spence and you're having to fight at Errol Spence's pace and he just keep coming at you, and that's a pace you don't want to fight at. That's what usually creates even more fatigue, is when, like, Pacquiao was really good at this too. Pacquiao would fight guys and he's throwing too many punches and he's fighting at such a frenetic pace and moving too much, and then guys are getting tired because there's just like too much going on. That's what usually happens. Canelo was dominating Triple G in the third fight and he was doing very little offensively, and he was like, act like his right hand was broken or something, and he wasn't really throwing his power shots. So why are you so tired? The only thing he was doing was jabbing. That's another reason why the fight looks so horrible. Like, and not even like a Charlo jab, a Errol Spence jab. It looked like a weaker version of Triple G's jab. All of his punches in the first half of the fight look weaker than we've seen in past Triple G fights. Triple G was hitting Kell Brook, a 47-pounder, hard as hell. He fighting Canelo and he looked like he can't, his timing is off. He looked like he can't connect nothing. He looked like he don't got no thump the same. Pacquiao could probably fight 15 rounds. But Floyd and Pacquiao also are anomalies. And Floyd and Pacquiao, unlike a lot of these new fighters, they stay close to their walking around weight is close to their fight weight. So yeah, they from a different generation though. I don't consider Pacquiao and Floyd this generation. So yeah, past generation fighters, they had it. Like Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, James Toney, Roy, Pacquiao, Marquez, Floyd. Yeah, anybody from the past, Sugar Ray Leonard. I don't have faith in a lot of these new dudes that have that crazy 15-round stamina. Because they want to be TikTok and rap stars or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, they care more about the image than the training and the stuff that's going to keep you on top. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Anyway, why Canelo keep getting tired though? Can someone tell me why is his cardio constantly inconsistent? Name someone with more inconsistent. Like in a way had a banger with Donaire, and he had and he had a broken nose and orbitals and jaws and all that, and his cardio was still on point. You can name bigger guys. Better be if his cardio, he was throwing a lot of punches with Marcus Brown. His cardio is up. Why is Canelo something's up? Like, are you golfing too much? You know, is it PED scandal? Like, why is your cardio so inconsistent? Where you're trying to be this bully in the first 5-6 rounds, and then you don't have nothing to give so much in the second half. And then you telling me he's the most skilled. What fighter is the most skilled that doesn't know their own cardio and they blow their wad in the first 5-6 rounds, don't get the stoppage oftentimes, and then you don't have nothing left? When he fought Bivol, same thing. He was trying to air Bivol out. It didn't work. And then all of a sudden, he started getting pieced up even worse as the fight went on, and his cardio looked suspect. So something's up. I don't know if he lost his hunger. This is why he don't want to fight Mexican and black dudes, period. Because you're not going to fight no youthful, athletic ass David Benavidez, no athletic David Morrell Jr., no athletic Charlo. They're already bigger than you, already got longer arms than you. Arguably, they're like all big punchers. And they're athletic. And Charlo got a great jab. David Morrell got some footwork and showmanship. David Benavidez has fast-ass hands. There's no way. That's why Canelo don't want that. He don't want no one to come up off his back and potentially beating him or embarrassing him and be lit. So he wants to be lit. That's why he keeps saying Viva Mexico and all this stuff like that, because he's trying to he wants to be the face of Mexican boxing. And he know if he lose, then there's other new blood that's going to take over. So he wants to string this out as long as he can. That's why he's choosing the type of people he's fighting. He wants to keep the fan base. Like, he'd rather fight some cans and like people that the whole world know he can probably beat easily than to give one of these young whippersnappers an opportunity, because if they have a perfect night or a good night, that whole wave is just crushed. That's what I think he don't want. His whole wave will be crushed, bro. His whole wave will be crushed. You fight Benavidez, you have the potential to have your whole wave crushed. You fight Charlo, you have the potential to have your whole wave crushed. You fight Zurdo Bivol winner, you have the potential to have your whole wave crushed. You fight David Morrell, potential whole wave crushed. But then, and I can't respect it. Like, bro, a lot of people in boxing, they're like, I don't know if they racist, they favoritism, whatever you want to call it, they not keeping it real. Like, anybody who's accepting of Canelo saying he's not fighting Mexicans, I can't really consider your opinion. I can't really see how you're truly a boxing fan. And I know it's fake, and I know it's like some fake camaraderie or compatriot or national pride or whatever, or favoritism, bias, racism, whatever you want to call it. Because here's the thing. Notice nobody ever had a complaint with Canelo fighting Mexican fighters until he said he didn't want to fight any more Mexican fighters. Right? Like Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is like, oh, let Canelo fight whoever. Like, why does he have to fight Mexican fighters? Let him fight niggas. Let him fight white dudes and Europeans. But you weren't saying that until Canelo said it. So you can't really possibly, so that just shows me you just going along with what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Andy Ruiz, anybody who is accepting of this, you're just going along with it. Because Andy Ruiz, why he fight Chris Arreola if you don't believe in fighting Mexicans? Why did Pitbull Cruz just, if Pitbull Cruz is okay with Canelo not fighting Mexicans, then why he just have a Mexican opponent as his last opponent in Ramirez and knock him out? So you can't tell me you respect this. You only going along with it because it's Canelo and you want to tickle his ass or whatever. That's the real reason. Nobody was saying this until Canelo said it. So that's how I know that's not what you prefer. Like for me, if I want pizza, I don't care. I don't have to wait for nobody. I don't have to wait for somebody to suggest pizza. I want pizza, I'm getting pizza, period. I don't wait for someone to say, oh, hey, pizza. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I love pizza. Because I love what I love, and I don't respect it. I'm not saying I don't respect Canelo at all. I'm saying I don't respect that move. I don't respect how you moving. You talking about you don't want to fight Mexican. No other Mexican fighter in history did that. Marco Antonio Barrera, they gave us 3 bangers, him and Eric Morales. And they were all classic. We don't respect that, bro. And anybody in boxing that's going out there saying that they like that and respect it, you full of it. You full of it, and you trying to cater to Canelo or whatever for whatever reason, and it looks stupid. Because, listen, put the shoe on the other foot. What if a nigga came out and said, I'm not fighting Mexican fighters, and just alienated a whole core group of potential suitors or potential fighters? Anybody. Like, what are you talking about? What if Wilder said, I ain't fighting no Mexican fighter? Then we could never see Andy Ruiz and Wilder. I wouldn't respect it if he did it. But luckily for us, the real boxing fans, Deontay Wilder's about that life, and he'll never say something crazy like that. At the very least, if you wanted to play this garbage, then you should have never fought no Mexican fighters. You can't fight Mexican. Your whole first career, the first leg of your career was fighting Mexican fighters in Mexico. Fighting Angulo and Chavez Jr. Fighting Alfonso Gomez. So it's too late. You already done Jose Cito Lopez, Mexican-American. So at the very least, you would have had to do that from jump. Like if you just came out and say, hey, I'm the illest from Mexico and this is my vibes, I'm not fighting no Mexican fighters, maybe I could respect it. Because you're just so hell-bent on never fighting Mexicans for whatever, this is your religious belief or whatever you're claiming it to be. Maybe. But you can't fight 20 Mexican fighters and then just put a stopper on it. Again, imagine if a black fighter said, I'm not fighting no Mexicans. What if Anthony Joshua said that? Ruiz would never be a champion, you see? And if Anthony Joshua said this stupid that Canelo is saying, then Andy Ruiz would have never been the first ever Mexican champion of heavyweight division, because he wouldn't have been afforded the opportunity, because Anthony Joshua, if he said that, would have just alienated that. So Canelo's not doing nobody a favor. He's doing the world of boxing and Mexico a disservice, because now you've taken away from the sport, but 2, you're not giving opportunities to your own people. How is that beneficial to Mexico by saying I'm excluding Mexico and I'm not giving a Mexican fighter an opportunity? That doesn't benefit Mexico. So if Zurdo whooped Bivol, you already said you'll never fight him. So Mexico is a real place that likes real boxing, boxeo, right? If you fought Zurdo Ramirez, if he beat Bivol and he was a champion, and then Canelo fought Zurdo Ramirez, then you're not uplifting Mexico, because no matter if Zurdo won or if Canelo won, it would still be a Mexican champion. Am I right? Listen how dumb Canelo sounds, and I'm going to break it down again. If Zurdo had a respectable win, which it would be a respectable win if he can beat Bivol, he remains undefeated and he'll be a champion. And then he went, because Zurdo never said this dumb stuff. It's only Canelo. If Zurdo then fought as a champion that's unbeaten, then fought Canelo, one, it's a big fight. And no matter who wins, the country of Mexico would have a Mexican champion. Canelo wants to fight a bunch of white boys primarily, or other people that you don't want to see him fight, and obscure names. So you're not helping. So you're giving opportunities for Russian fighters and British fighters to potentially beat you. What if Caleb Smith beat you? Then that means Great Britain has a champion now. What if Liam Smith beat you? What if Matthew Hatton and Ryan Rose beat you? Then England got a champion Versus if you fought Zordo Ramirez off a quality win, then Mexico, no matter who wins, Canelo or Zordo, Mexico would still have a champion. So you're not helping Mexico by doing that. You're hurting. You want to give white boys and whoever else, gringos or whoever, a payday, but you don't want to give your own people a payday. And then on top of that, there's in prime black fighters, and you've showed you're not trying to give them a payday. You're telling them to fight each other, and Andrade, I'll never fight you. So Canelo's whole wave is tattered and it's going to be shattered because it's not respectable behavior. You're not moving like a champion, and you're acting like a spoiled brat in a competitive sport. Put it this way. One of the best fights that could be made is Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Duh, we know that. Imagine if Errol Spence had the ego or whatever of Canelo and he said, I'll never fight another black fighter. Then that means he'll never fight Keith Thurman. He'll never fight Terrence Crawford. He'll never fight whoever, you know what I'm saying? Lubin. Bro, that would alienate Errol Spence from a whole pool of fighters at 47 or 54. Who wants to see that? And again, like a lot of the Canelo fans are fake and they want to say, oh, Charlo, he's not fighting the best, and Benavidez is not fighting the best, and it's the best versus the best. How can it ever be the best for the best if you're excluding anybody that's a relevant party or a relevant contender or a fight people want to see? So if Canelo fans weren't as fake as they are and they truly cared about the best versus the best, they wouldn't allow Canelo to segregate or omit anybody or exclude anybody from potential contendership. You see what I'm saying? It would be about inclusion. You'd be like, okay, you work and earn your spot. Won't. You get it. It wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not fighting you because your background, your heritage, your ethnicity. No one can control those things. You can't control what race you are. You can't control your ethnicity. So Canelo, he's full of it, and he's not doing boxing a favor. And it's about time that people actually stand up. And like when he said this in the past, and I made videos in the past, and I seem to be the only one that stay on top of it. And he said it again. It's just like, how come people are acting like they're okay with this? Boxing is so weak and soft. They act like Canelo is like, you know, Che Guevara or something, like it's like Kim Jong-un, like he a dictator and he just run boxing, and it's like, oh, I can't say nothing about Canelo, like Putin, like he Putin or something. Bro, why can't no one have an opinion on how Canelo's moving, according to Canelo's fans? It looks foolish, bro. You can't, in a world too, where we're talking about LGBTs and trans and everything else under the sun, everything else is going towards the lane of inclusion, and Canelo's going towards exclusion. He's excluding certain people from getting an opportunity to fight him. Everything else in this world, in this society, in America at least, is all about inclusion. I don't know about all the other countries, but in America, everyone's talking inclusion. You know, this needs to be a unisex bathroom and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's the only one in boxing excluding. What if Shakur Stevenson said, I'll never fight Oscar Valdez because he's Mexican? All the racist Canelo fans and Valdez fans would easily be tearing up Shakur, saying he's cherry picker, he's scared, the N-word, won't. And you know it, I know it, it is what it is. And the crazy part about it is, in this boxing game, you got black people, and black people get called all types of names that doesn't even fit. There's like, oh, you blacks are so biased, and won't. When have you ever heard a black person co-sign weak behavior from another black fighter? Like if Shakur Stevenson said he ain't fighting Mexicans, what black person or black channel, the black channels, why would these what black channel could like co-sign any stupid stuff like that? Or if Wilder said he ain't fighting Joshua because he black, what black person would be like, oh yeah, I support Wilder for making that? Even the blackest, you could be black as night you would be like, Wilder is tripping, Shakur is tripping. Or if Errol Spence said he ain't fighting Terrence Crawford because he black, then black people, by and large, would be like Errol's tripping. Or if Crawford said he ain't fighting Errol, we'd be like, Bud is tripping. But then the Canelo fans hear Canelo saying this stupid, and they like, oh yeah, he just doesn't want to harm another Mexican. And what's wrong with that? Oh, I think it's all right. I think Canelo's all right. It's so funny, bro. Knowing damn well, like, not only, and see, if you a nigga, not only could a nigga not say that about a black person, they definitely couldn't say it about another ethnicity. A black person can't say I'm not, like Errol can't say I'm not fighting Crawford because he black. Wilder can't say I would never fight Joshua or Dillian White because they black, or Joe Joyce or whatever, right? But on top of that, you couldn't be black and say you're not fighting a Mexican fighter for the remainder of your career because you did whatever. Shakur can't say I'm not fighting Oscar Valdez. I ain't fighting him. Devin Haney can't say, oh, I'll never fight Eastside Pitbull Cruz or Jojo Diaz Jr. because they Mexican or Mexican American. Stop it. Imagine if Tank said, I ain't fighting Eastside Pitbull Cruz is wavy. He a Mexican fighter right now, and he wavy because of Tank Davis. Let's be honest. Nobody was checking outside of hardcore boxing fans. Nobody was checking for Eastside Pitbull Cruz until he fought Tank Davis. So imagine if Tank Davis never did what Canelo's doing, never gave Eastside Pitbull Cruz the opportunity to share the ring with him by excluding him and saying, I'm not going to fight no Mexican. It wouldn't happen, and it wouldn't be accepted. Rightfully so, it wouldn't be tolerated. Luckily for us, no black fighter is saying this or doing this. What if Jermell Charlo said he ain't fighting nobody from Argentina? Then we got two Castano fights that were both classic would have never happened. We wouldn't have got these other fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. You can't exclude competition in a competitive sport. We'd rather just you leave. If you don't want to fight certain people that are potential people that the fans want to see you fight, then you leave. We're not leaving. Canelo need to leave. It just sounds stupid. And here's the funny thing. This is how weak Canelo look. You got a Mexican trainer and a predominantly Mexican gym, but you don't want to fight a Mexican person. What type of is that? Why you got a Mexican trainer, you got Mexican people that were in your gym like Andy Ruiz and Oscar Valdez and whoop. But then you saying you don't want to fight a Mexican fighter. Same thing with his sparring. You spar a bunch of niggas, but you don't want to fight them. You got Rashidi, Speedy Ellis, Ronald Ellis. You spar with the black people, but you don't want to fight Andre. You don't want to fight Charlo. Man, it's looking bad for Canelo, bro. It's looking bad. Why? You got Michael B. Jordan in your locker room. Spar Michael B. Jordan then. Fight Michael B. Jordan. Fight somebody. You see what, like, just analyze what I just said. Michael B. Jordan in his locker room. You in the Creed movie that he's directing, but you don't want to fight and give these opportunities to none of these black fighters like Charlo, like Demetrius Andrade. You want to spar black fighters and black talent, the Ellis brothers, but you don't want to fight Charlo and the Andrade brothers. You know what I'm saying? You want to spar Ronald and Rashidi Ellis. You want to spar brothers, but you don't want to fight brothers. That's a bar. Canelo whole wave look backwards, bro. And nobody else got no nuts to say this stuff, but everything I'm saying is true. Floyd put Canelo on. That's what I'm saying. What if Floyd says some stupid like that? Oh, I don't want to fight Mexican fighters. Bro, people are like, oh, Floyd, he's a coward. Floyd, why you don't want to give a Mexican a chance? Bro, that's what would be said. If Floyd says some stupid stuff like that, that's the conversation. They'd be like, oh, Floyd, you don't want to fight La Raza. Why? And rightfully so. People would be like, that's weak. It's a weak move. It's a weak positioning. Canelo is coming from a weak positioning, and it makes you look weak. And then you have the technicality of David Benavidez being half Ecuadorian and half Mexican. So was you gonna fight him for a 6th round? You gonna only fight half of him? Man, it's just the whole conversation is stupid. And Canelo's fight was trash with Golovkin, and that's what you're gonna keep getting from him. So good luck to DAZN. Keep paying for this weak stuff till you go bankrupt. Enjoy. And I'll be right here to pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces. I'll be right here analyzing it. That's my time, people. I told you I was gonna cook him. And that was easy. I didn't even break a sweat. Look, I didn't even break no sweat. Stop playing with me. Yeah, bro. Canelo, the whole wave is decimated. You lost to Bivol, ducked Bivol, didn't want to rematch him. I doubt you even want to fight him again for real. Then you saying, oh, if Bivol lose to Zurdo, you don't want to fight him. What type of if Zurdo beat him, that's another Mexican fighter beat him. That don't got nothing to do with you. So how is another Mexican fighter beating Bivol have anything to do with your rivalry with him? Bro, Canelo fans are like something's wrong with them. I really believe that. Like there's something like a chemical imbalance or something. Imagine if Floyd said, I'm not fighting Pacquiao because Marquez knocked you out. That don't say Marquez did that. That don't settle it for Floyd and Pacquiao. Why would Floyd not fight Pacquiao? The world wanted to see it because Marquez had success with him. But Canelo Alvarez, he talking about if Bivol lose to another Mexican fighter, Zurdo Ramirez, then he ain't fighting Bivol. Why? That you didn't do that. If Zurdo beat him, congratulations to him. You didn't do it. So why, how does that work? Again, that would be the equivalent of Floyd Mayweather said, I'm not fighting Pacquiao because Marquez already knocked him out. Marquez knocked him out. Marquez had 3 fights with him and knocked him out in the 4th. Congrats to Marquez. But that don't have nothing to do with Floyd. You didn't beat him until he beat him. DAZN events mad weak compared to Showtime. Y'all bug it. That's funny. Whatever. Ramirez fighting for all the Mexicans. I guess, yeah. That's why Mexicans mess with Ramirez, because he don't act like no sellout or whatever. He just fighting the competition that need to be fought. Period. That's good boxing. That's what you're supposed to do. Canelo don't get no special hall passes to do whatever he want. And if you think he deserves that, then get the off my channel. That's all you got to do.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Payday, payday. You want payday. I know that.
So, yeah. If you think Canelo has a free pass, hall pass to just do anything and say anything, then leave my channel. You're not going to like it. Anyway, that's my time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That's how you catch a body. I'm out.